Good afternoon, hope everybody's doing good. I just found this place. I heard about it, but I've never been to one. This one inside, really nice. Have a look. I don't go to Bangkok very often, so I don't see all these different food places, but I don't feel like going in it. So I got something else for lunch. Yeah, I went for a drive to collect some stuff and I'm on my way back and I just seen this little rest area. So I thought I have to visit the little room, so I thought I'm gonna run in there and found something to eat and found all these shops. But I went in that Bellinee's, whatever it's called. I heard about it before, but I've never been in. But today I went in just have a nose around and got a couple spinach pasty things. Look nice. So what do you think of the video from yesterday of the big python? Really nice, beautiful, beautiful colors. I went out there last night looking for him, but I couldn't find him anywhere, so I guess he's gone on. But I did find a big old toad out there last night, really big one. So good afternoon. What's up, guys? Home again. I had to go to Bangkok to collect some stuff, so on the way there and on the way back, I've seen a lot of new big buildings being built. So what's that mean? Investments. And I've seen a lot of old buildings too. And I'm thinking very soon those old buildings are going to be bought up and collapsed and build new ones. You know, one of the things I seen a couple of weeks ago, I was watching something on YouTube. I can't remember who was it. It was talking about China and how China had a lot of unemployment, and what they did is they started building, and they built cities and roads and railways. But they employed everybody. So everybody was employed, so it made the country, you know, working, and everybody was happy, and so on and so on. And one thing I see in Bangkok, and on the roads too in Bangkok, people fixing things. You know, many buildings being worked on, big skyscrapers, accommodation. The roads, the highways in Bangkok, they call them the what is it called? It's a road above all the other roads, like a toll road, right? And very nice roads. And today I seen some road work people. And I tell you, as far as health and safety and lights and reflectors and bollards and things like that, I drove past it and I was like, what? It looks like you're in any city in Europe. They even had helmets on while they were working on the road, hard hat. I'm thinking, wow. So, you know, people thinking about Thailand being backward and antique, and you know, like I show with a lot of the farmers and the villages and the markets and so on. But actually, in the rural area, it's what I show. But in you know, I couldn't hang the camera out the window while I was driving on a toll road. But there's a lot of big, you know, for architectural. There was one building that looks like it was designed like parts of the fascia had fallen off, like a cube of some kind. Interesting. And a lot of new apartment buildings, a lot. And like I say, the road safety and health and safety is like, wow, amazing to see. So obviously, so my point about China was how to get the people working. The government invested in companies, and companies built. And they built and built and built, and it brought the Chinese economy right up, and the same thing's happening here. I'm just guessing the Thai baht is really strong against the pound and other currencies right now. People saying there's not many tourists coming because the exchange rate's so high. But you have to give hats off where it's deserved, because Thailand's doing well for itself. It's getting stronger, looking nicer. It's not. I can imagine in another 20 years, it'll be hard to do what I'm doing here if it keeps going the way it's going. Just wanted to touch a bit on the video from yesterday, talking about the snake and the python that was here, and in nature. A lot of the stuff I talk about is very obvious, but we don't realize it, and even me, if it wasn't for nature, we wouldn't be here. Because without nature, without bees, we couldn't eat, because there would be no fruit, nothing would get pollinated. You can say, I used to say the word God, God, but now I don't say that word anymore. I say architect, because I think people say God in a defamatory way or defaming way, whatever you want to say, which in the end it means nothing. But I think the architect is a better word. And why? Because it's non-religious, and it's but you just look for the evidence, what's in front of your eye, and you think, I was just thinking yesterday about, why do plants need water? Well, one is they need to move nutrients around, and how do they convey the nutrients? Through water, right? So you make the ground moist, the plant absorbs the nutrients it requires into the root system via the medium of water, and then pumps that around the tree and produces fruits, which we eat. And without those fruits, we die. I mean, you think, how many people have, you must have heard about this, the guy, you can search it, there's a guy who did the McDonald's diet. And he ate the McDonald's breakfast, McDonald's for lunch, and McDonald's for evening meal. And I think it was after 3 months or something, he started getting sick. Why? A lack of nutrients, and a lack of the right foods. And there's, if you eat fatty diet, or everybody needs different things. Some people say a fat diet or high protein diet is good for different people. So sometimes I think, you hear about the old people who live in the village. They'll have a high fatty diet, but they work hard every day, so they burn it up. Some people are prone to stress. They worry about things more than others, and all these different things affect our bodies. But to get back to my point about nature, without birds moving seeds around, and without the trees giving us shade, I think I've said many times, if I had big money, like a couple million, I would buy like maybe 100 rye or 100 acres, whatever you want to call it, more, if I could afford it. And I would put a fence around that outside to keep people out, right? And then fill it full of fruit trees. Maybe make some small places to live in, places to process the fruits, and maybe a couple small buildings like moringa is crazy healthy. So if you got the moringa leaf, dried it, turn it into capsules, so you could have a place on the property to do that. You could actually employ other people to keep the people busy. But the main thing is, you create an ecosystem in the middle of a field somewhere, growing all kinds of trees. So initially you would need a lot of water, because they're young, and the trees would get bigger after about 3 or 4 years, 5 years say. The trees would be big enough to give some shade to smaller things, pineapple and so on, right? So you could create a whole environment, not so much a garden with flowers like I do here, but just fruits. And you could even do mushrooms and things like that. I would love to do something like that, because without being connected to nature, we cut ourselves off from it, we're going to die. So it's even taking your shoes off and walking around barefoot in the grass or in dirt or on sand in the ocean, wherever you may be, is what we need, is to connect back to the earth. There's so much that we don't understand. But my thing is to keep learning, keep sharing with you guys as much as I can and I learn. So, and I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I mean that. And you know, subscribe, share, thumbs up, comment, keep doing what you do, you know. And we have a team, the gang. So I'm going to sign off, guys, and go in the house and get myself a nice cool drink of tea. Okay, so thanks so much, guys. All the best. Good night. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. And how can I say this one? I hope everybody who hears my voice right now, if not healthy, turns healthy. Good night.